Ladies and gentlemen, it's Charlie Fibrosis, and today we're going to be painting up some NASCARs from the 1969 mod. So, a couple people said that they're willing to help me work on this project, this very ambitious yet simple project. So the way that I'm doing it is I've got the 1969, or 1959, or 57 logo on the car. So it's the NASCAR International 1957 logo right here. And currently I'm working on the Martin Truex Jr. car. This one is actually pretty simple. So we'll be consulting Google to take a look at photos. Martin's car is actually pretty simple. And since this is the car that he, mainly ran most of the season with, this flat black Denver mattress car, that's what we're going to be running with. So the way that I've got it set up is the Chevy Chevelle is going to be Chevy. The Dodge, I think it's the Dodge Daytona? No, the Dodge Charger, I'm sorry, is going to be, well, for Dodge, but Dodge doesn't race in NASCAR anymore. The Plymouth Roadrunner is going to be Toyota, and the Ford Trevino Talladega is going to be Ford. So I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick the cars I actually have already made. Not all of these are period correct in regards to, oh, this car was run in 2017, this car was run and whatever. This is just my build of it. So I've made a Jamie McMurray car. I made a Brad Keselowski car. Austin Dillon, which I think this is from 2014, but this worked out pretty well. Clint Boyer's 14 car. Ryan Blaney's, which we're going to have to remake because this is close. It's just not exact. Joey Logano's, which is actually pretty simple. Like, there wasn't a lot that was done here. I'm going to have to adjust a couple of things. And some of these cars I think are going to have to be remade because it is a little messed up. Chase Elliott's 24 car from this previous season, I believe. I don't remember what year this car was made, but it's pretty close to the current thing. And this one took a long time to make. That one took such amounts of tedium to make. Kurt Busch. I know that this isn't like spot on 100%, but pretty close. Kyle Larson. Eric Almirola, which that one could definitely use some work. Jimmy Johnson. This car is from 2012. I'm not a fan of Jimmy for one. And honestly, this is a little bit of a simpler car to make. Because it just requires racing stripes. And then this one is actually correct. I kind of want to redo this in some ways. Only because technically I kind of cheated a little bit. I was told by someone that the car is right, except for the fact that the number outline and inside outline is silver, not red. So I just went ahead and took the paint bucket and dumped in the silver to make it correct, which is correct. But to me, because I'm the painter, like if I look at it really closely, it's not originally silver. It's just a mask for it. So meh. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get back to painting. So I want to show you real quick. Let's show you the Dale Jr. car. And this is where I kind of fixed it a little bit. Let's see. Zoom. See, you can see like a little bit of graininess like right out here on the number. It's not as bad on the roof, but it is visible on the sides. But you have to look at it really, really closely to see the graininess. You can even see a little bit of the red there, so it's technically incorrect. But from back here, like, oh, well, that was an accident. I need to open up the DirectX mesh. There we go. From back here, and like from someone who you'd be racing against, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The problem is I don't have these finished cars anymore. They all got deleted on my old laptop, so they're gone. I would have to redo the entire thing over again. So it's a decision that I need to make. Do I want to make it perfect, or am I willing to accept this? And as I kind of think about it, I think I'm willing to accept this. So let's actually show you the other car that I was working on, the Furniture Row car. And this one's pretty much done. The only problem is because of the way that the grills are on the hood of the Dodges, the Plymouths, I'm sorry. Their vents are here, so you can't make the logo as big as you can, say, on like the Dale Jr. car. So this is going to take some time, but these cars are actually really easy to work with. I don't have many of the signatures for the appropriate drivers, so there's not much I can really do inherently, but this is the best I can do. So, but at least the 88's right, so that's good for me. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and export this to this car, export it to NR. I gotta go to broadcast. Uh, 87 MTJ. A7 stage winner MTJ. I feel like I accidentally deleted it. Yep, I accidentally deleted the text. E7 MTJ stage winner .tga. There we go. Go ahead and export it. Let's go back into the game, and if it crashes, we'll just go ahead and add it back in. Let's see here. So I would think that Pontiac is going to be Plymouth. So yeah, my plan is to release these cars to the public. Part of me really wants to have a league where these cars race. Because as much as I like the original mod and the original cars and everything like that, my only issue is the fact that there are not many drivers that people remember, I guess. And if I was doing a broadcast, I can't exactly find all of these. But somebody from Digital Design has interest in helping me with this project, and I greatly appreciate it. But there are some cars I can make on my own. That's a Dodge Charger. New. Need to do Dodge, I believe. MTJ 78. Yeah, my goal is to release this to the public. I'm not like super protective of my stuff. Really, if I made anything out of this, it's really I want to do the YouTube videos for it. And I do realize I just actually forgot something. I didn't put Martin's name on the roof rails. You know what? We're going to save it just to be safe. Maybe I won't put the name on it. It doesn't really matter. $78. Virtual Row. Virtual Row Racing. Save. Yes. I took the time to put most of these guys' names on, so I should probably go ahead and do it. Because I got Logano's on there. Logano's probably going to have to be remade. Oh, I remember that. I did Ryan Rocketman Newman. I don't know why I did that so special for Newman, but I did. Jimmy doesn't have a roof wheel name. Dale's got one, but it's from his old DEI days. Let's zoom in because I want to make sure that I can read these, and they're tiny. Alright, let's try that again, because I do want to be grammatically correct. I forgot to do something. See how that looks. Looks good. Looks good. I think I'm going to go ahead and wipe out the TGAs. Not all TGAs now that I think about it, but most of the TGAs. If I need to get any of these back, I can go and get them. Alright. Let's keep that stuff there. I'll go ahead and close out of these two because I've got them right in the game. So let's see here. Let's save as finished cars. And that way we can keep a record of these cars and everything. Alright, so the 78 is done, at least for its primary scheme. I don't really have any intentions right now to do Bass Pro Shops or anything. and that's fine. Let's see here. Who should we make? Who should we make next? Who should we make next? Let me take a look. Let's see what Jimmy's car looked like. Jimmy's car wouldn't be hard to paint per se, but it would definitely be interesting. It's got some interesting lines to it. That's gonna take that. I gotta be honest. I think that would actually take someone else who can probably do schemes better than I can. I've already got Chase Elliott. Yeah, I've already got some of these cars made already. Not many of them, but a few. So I don't know. I don't know if Jamie's car is correct. I think this is an older car. Brad's is pretty close, but I would have to remove some of the layers of logo. And I need to repaint this anyway, so because I don't have the base file. I know that Austin Dillon is old. This is an older paint scheme, but it did it just because the background art for the 3. I think this was like 2014 when this scheme was available. That was older. Clint Boyer, this one was easy. I mean, this is an easy paint scheme no matter what. It could use some work, but it's an easy scheme no matter what. Blaney needs to be redone. Logano's is close, but there's some damage to the back logo where the lines go, so that's messed up. Chase's car is finished. I don't really think that there's much I have to do to fix this car, because it's pretty spot on. Ryan Newman's car is older. Kurt Busch's car, I don't think it's accurate to the 2017 season, but it's accurate to something, or at least pretty close. Larson's is a little bit older, but I'm not ready to do the credit 1 scheme on it. Almirola, I think, is just like a blend of 1999 and present day. I don't know. I don't even know. Johnson's is older. Junior's is current. That's the only one that's like true blue current. And, well, Truex is easy. I think... Let me see here. Alright, I'm back. Let's step away for a moment. Let me think here. How hard would it be? Should I add a space there? Kansas car wouldn't be too difficult to do. It's just the slanting is going to be difficult, especially with the older body style. There's not much I can do in terms of painting the nose up, but... Yeah, I know. But the thing is this is going to be a much more simple setup. So the only areas that are allowed to be sponsored are the hood, on the sides, where the back fender is, the trunk, and you're allowed a contingency sponsor on the C-pillar if it exists. That's it. So this is not going to be decked out in full contingencies and so, because that takes forever. And they didn't exactly have the most amount of money to do stuff like that, so... I guess they could always do his DeWalt throwback. That would be interesting. Yeah, a lot of these cars I'm going to have to repaint, so it's not that big of a deal. They're simple, so. Most of them are simple. Let me check. Close enough. This one, yeah, this isn't exactly right, but okay. Well, the thing is, I want to get the primaries in, so Dale Jr.'s primary would be his nationwide car, his nationwide Daytona scheme. Matt DiBenedetto would be the Corvette Ponce, I believe, 32 car. The goal is to do the main schemes that they ran predominantly throughout the season, and then depending on if I get any assistance or not, or how much assistance I get, we may do a round 2, and we'll release them all together in one big package. And there you go. You have a primary scheme and one and only one backup scheme. That's it. We're only making 2 schemes per driver at most. 1 at minimum. But it's the entire 2017 season of the main drivers. Yeah, I know. But STP and Smithfield kind of alternated throughout the season, so... And personally, I think I've got more sponsorship surrounding STP, more STP logos than I do Smithfield. So, there's that. This is frustrating. Let me look here. What was Jamie's car was this? Dang it. You know what? I actually think I have this number and this logo. It's just how am I going to do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. This one could be a little bit easier. So, alright, close out of that. Discard it. File, open, desktop, templates, 1969 Grand National, and we want the Chevy Chevelle. Alright. Let's click these off because we don't need them. Body color. I'll keep this stuff up for the time being. File, open as layers. Okay, that's a 2014 number, and I don't apparently have the 2017 number. So, give me just a minute. I'll still be here. I need to make sure that if I do have an account with this place, that I don't reveal my personal information. I think... Let me think here. I think Big Evil has Big Evil Racing Designs. They have the number that I'm looking for. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going into the wrong folder. Painting. Numbers. Big Evil's got some really, really good amounts of just stuff. Like, they're really, really good at this stuff. Perfect. So they do have a number 1. Okay. I love Big Evil. They've got some really, really talented painters there. They really, really help out in a pinch. Let's close out of that. I'm trying to get it to like just stay there, but it's not really working. Okay, I think I'll keep that off to the side and save it. And let's throw it back there so I can look at the screen. And I am ready to open up the stream again so you guys can see. There you go. Alright, yeah, we're going to work on the 1 because that'll be a little bit of an easier thing. So, Big Evil Racing deserves credit for all of the numbers and most of the sponsors that I've gotten here. So, big shout out to them. They do a really, really good job with the stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and... I really don't like to work on the driver's side, but with this scheme the way it is, you kind of have to, so... Let's rotate this. And then we'll shrink it down here in a second. Let's see here. So most of the body of the car is red. The roof rails are red. The roof is blue. The hood is blue. The back is red. And I mean, that's pretty close to it. We could always do the inverse, if that is right. Yeah, it's an inverse. That's not too difficult to do either. Huh, interesting. We're going to just go ahead and do the Cessna McDonald's primary scheme, though, and we'll do it that way. Clicked on the wrong button. There we go. Alright, so we got those all highlighted. Let's shrink them down. Scale. Alright, let's get the colors that we need from the background. So we need this shade of blue. And this shade of red. And let's zoom back out. And this is going to be a little difficult because of the way that everything is angled. That's the frustrating part for me. That's going to leave me, not exactly fuming, but it's going to leave me worried if this comes out badly. So we'll go ahead and just paint up the hood blue because that will be the easiest thing to do right now. And I don't think I have a Cessna logo, so we're going to have to find that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and pick my favorite brush, the rectangle one, because we can cover a little bit more space, a little bit faster that way. Cover it all up. There we go. And let's see here. Oop, there we go. Let's get the grill and the front area painted up as we need it. And then I'm thinking that the back would be red, so we can go ahead and do that. These aren't really going to be like 100% perfect, but they're going to be as close as we can get them. That's the important thing. As long as they're kind of accurate, or really, really close to being accurate, we'll be good. That's the opinion that I take, at least. Now the problem is we got this like ugly gray color. Or not gray, we got this ugly green color. And when I'm putting the red on here, it is really, really frustrating because I can't see. Can't see well. Alright, so the back deck lid is red. Alright. You know what? For giggles, just because I want to see how it'd look, let's paint this up blue. Let's crank the brush 90 degrees. The thing is, one thing I wanted to say, I don't want to release this this whole paint thing until we're done. I don't want to release them in waves. I want to release them as one big giant pack. That way every single person who has a favorite driver, they have their driver in there. I don't like doing the whole it's kind of like teasy a little bit. I don't like teasing people. Give them the final product when everything is all good. Okay, we got this line going right here, so we're going to have to move that out of the way. It is screwing with us so much right now. That's okay. We can put it right there. That acts as a little bit of a buffer. You say no thank you for the soda, 'cause soda make you fat. Anyway, you busy with the telephone, no time for you. You sit down, pretend to walk the streets on mucking up Alright, let's go ahead and export that to, let's see here, desktop, X-File, 69, Chevelle. This should be it. And let me get back to my desktop real quick. Let's open up Client Viewer. Open texture, X-Files, Chevelle. Dang it, I was close. I guess I could do it that way. And then we need to open up the DirectX mesh of the Chevelle. So we got a bunch of yellow on the inside, but it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. Alright, I think we can shrink up the number some because it's a little bit too big. But we're not doing bad. That's a good news. And the roof? Not bad, honestly. I think we have to paint this a little bit more red, but... Hey! How are you, Johnny? Glad to have you on here today. Yeah, there's gonna be... I got a little work to do on the roof, but it's not gonna be that bad. It's on the driver's side that needs some work. Let's go ahead and change the aspect ratio and expand out the brush a little bit. Yeah, I gotta shrink that up, and I think that bottom part's a little yellow, so I gotta add that in. So the way that it's gonna work out is going back to what I was saying. Even though that I don't know what, I guess it's McDonald's because that actually would make sense. Cessna's gonna be on the hood. McDonald's is gonna be on the side. There could be a logo back here, or there could be a logo here. That's fine. Logo back here, logo on the deck, on the trunk, on the back where the TV pod is, and that's it. There's no other sponsorship. Good to hear. Good to hear, Johnny. Glad to hear it. Let me move this line out of the way. Okay, that's going out to the X file. That actually doesn't look bad. It kind of looks symmetrical now, so there's room on the roof rails and so. But we do have to shrink up the number. That's one thing we gotta do. Ah, dang it. There we go. I needed to paint the body. And we'll fix it up. It's just, we need to get the base. We need to get the base done just because that's what matters a lot in this. We can fix the fine aesthetics later. Okay. Let's go ahead and export that and refresh it. Alright, this has got to be moved up again. And then it could also be adjusted up a little bit. Let's grab that. Because I'm fine if the number lines up that way. That's better. It seems to be a little bit more center, so we'll actually scoot the number back a few inches. Perfect. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead, grab the body color, grab the blue again, grab a brush. 90 degrees. Delete. Alright. That is good. And I wish you the best of luck. That looks good. That looks really, really good. Seems like there's some little tiny things about... Yeah, it looks like it extends a little bit. Maybe. Nah, maybe it doesn't. Okay. I'm just looking at this because something seems awkward about this. Is it that? Is it possible that this is the inverse? That's it. Okay. Well, that's both good and bad, I guess. That kind of sucks. Shoot. This won't be hard to fix, but it's going to be something to work on is the problem. Because this is apparently the McDonald's, not the Cessna colors. So we'll have to do an inverse of it, and that's not too bad. So let me see here. What can we do? I think concerning the body color, we're going to have to paint that blue. Nope. Shoot. Wrong thing. Background. Alright. This is going to be tough because it's going to be hard to see. Switch it. Red, red, red. And switch it blue at the top. And let's export that. And refresh it. We're getting there. So I think the background logo is going to have to be lowered. Which that's really not too bad. Could be worse. Let's zoom in some on this. Creep that in a little bit. That's okay. That'll do. That'll do. So now that we got one side right, we can go ahead and do the other and bring the number down. That feels better. Alright, duplicate. Grab the background. Duplicate that. And let's close up the first set of ones. And we're going to have to flip that, I believe. Yeah, we got to flip it. And let's go ahead and grab them. And let's go to town. Rotate. So this will take a moment. Alright, let's grab the McDonald's logo, and then we'll see how this looks. It's not always going to be 100% spot on in terms of like current up-to-date logo, but it's okay. This is a blend of the past and present, so... Yeah, I just rolled right past all the M's. There we go. That's the logo. That's the text. Let's go ahead and look it up. Can't spell today. You know what? I'll just use the original one, and I'll go ahead and just paint it white. It's a little bit different, but that's okay. Okay, McDonald's text. A-L-D-S. So I hope that was... that was probably the apostrophe. Yep. S. Alright, let's take a look at that and see how it looks. Even though that was on the passenger side that we put the logo. Looks good. Looks good. Could move it back a few inches and we'll need to duplicate that side. Let's try there. Never seen anything I was before. Maybe I am better off alone. Gosh, everything and I. Gosh, everything and I. Gosh, everything. It kind of rolled over there. So by the way it looks like that blue streak up there at least feeds all the way into the McDonald's text. That's going to be a pain in the rear to paint. Dang it. It's not too long, but it's not good either. So this is going to be a little bit of a... that's going to bother me some. I'm going to... Oh, that was unintentional. I'm going to group the background with background, number with number. And I think I can go ahead and just grab the one from the driver's side and duplicate it. And I want to make sure that the McDonald's text doesn't move. Let's grab that. Bugger. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Things are looking pretty good. So I think I'll be able to slap a McDonald's logo on the back here. I will find the McCafe logo there. I may put a McDonald's logo here or replace it or just leave it empty. And we gotta find the Cessna logo. And it's white there, so that'll do. Go ahead and talk to me, guys. Or if you know anyone else who'd like to see some of this stuff, invite them in. It's a little boring to just kind of sit here not being able to talk to anyone. Go ahead and ask whatever you want. Just be appropriate, obviously, but. Alright, let's see. We gotta grab Cessna. Excuse me. Whew. Tired. There we go. There's the Cessna logo. See, that went perfect. That saved me a lot of time. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and put the McDonald's logo on the nose. Just because it's so tiny, it really isn't even all that significant. So let's see here. Just scrolled past the. I keep scrolling past the M's by accident. I think both of these logos could be shrunk up a little bit. Spelling aside. We're pretty close to the finishing point of this car. Hey, well, okay, I take that back. Not exactly. We're getting there. We're getting pretty darn close. The game crashed. Let's try opening that up again. Because I need to double check something. I need to double check a couple things, actually. I'll go against my own rules a little bit. Just a little. Because it's a little bit open space is the problem. I think I'll probably slap the Bass Pro Shops logo on there. That's not too bad. We're getting somewhere. That's good. That'll do. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So, this is like I've been listening to music in the background, and I think that this is the only other car that I'm going to finish up because I need a break. I may work on this another day, but I'm just working on this. Alright, let's see if that looks any better. Let me scoot that up just... There we go. That's better. That's better. That's definitely better. So now I need a logo back here. And I can't really tell what it says on there. Pathfinder, I think? I can't tell. So yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and dump the Bass Pro Shops logo there. It may not be 100% correct, but it's okay. It's a sponsor, which matters. It's a sponsor that exists on this car that is technically correct. Let me think here. BAS Bass Pro Shops 3D. Alright, we're going to just go ahead and merge the layers down to make it easier. We're allowed to take some creative liberties. That's fine. I know one. You know what? I'm going to make one more car after this, and then I'll call it quits. Because the next car that I'm going to make, simple. Really, really easy. See, that's not bad. That looks good. That's pretty close to the real thing, and it has a little bit more sponsorship, which is fine. So what's left? We gotta go ahead and slap on the NASCAR International logo, and then this car will be finished. So we gotta go grab our retro logo, and we need to grab NASCAR International. Let's get the blue. Sorry, I didn't realize that the stream shut down for a moment there. That was an... I don't know. I think I'll scoot the driver's side down just a little bit. Alright, Jamie Mack, your car is finished. Perfect. So if anyone is actually looking for like how I want this whole thing to be done in terms of like how intricate, this is it. One. File, save as, perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and import it into the game. New. Beautiful. Looks really, really good. All right. So I may keep that one because that one actually looks okay. I want to make sure that roster gets saved. Okay, perfect. So we can go ahead and close out of that. And open. Templates. And 1969 Grand National. Ford Torino. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to work on Blaney's car real fast because this will be an easy project. I think we gotta go to a deeper shade of red. Or a brighter shade of red. Huh. Wonder what this little white point is, where that lines up. I'm gonna try something. So something is not right. So we need to set that to card, not Torino. Oh wait, we need to set that to Torino, not card. There we go. That looks actually pretty good. A little bit of white could be removed, or a little bit of red could be removed, but not bad. Oh, wrong color. Alright, let's got the Motorcraft logo. Well, that's not sponsors. There you go. It's going to be white. Alright, Ford. T to the A. Ooh, the Ford logo could be moved over a bit more. Oh, they are red. There we go. Perfect. Alright, this is still coming along pretty well. I just feel a little disappointed because I am going to have to get rid of the original cars I made, most of them, just because they're not going to be correct. And they definitely took time to make, but I think in the end, the fact that these are going to be period accurate in terms of 2017 actual schemes, that actually means a lot, and that's also important. So Oh dear, that was an accident. Okay, let's try that again. There. That's it. It's clipping a little bit right into there, so I gotta shrink that up a little bit. So at least I know where the mess up point is right at that little hitch there. And then we'll scoot it up a little bit. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and take the other quick lane and we'll put it back to where it needs to be. There we go. I'm just learning how to make cars on this. Are you using GIMP or are you using Photoshop? I don't have any suggestions for Photoshop because I don't use it. But if you use GIMP, I would say like the biggest thing that I can offer you in terms of suggestions or so, keep everything organized. Keep everything organized. Sponsors, numbers, anything else like that. And Big Evil Racing is like the place that you can go to get set up with numbers and stuff like that. But it's fun. This is kind of relaxing in some ways because it just is. It's really, really relaxing, strangely enough. Okay, so he's got the SKF logo there, so I'll go ahead and add that. And it's in blue, so we'll have to repaint that to white. But that's not a big deal. SKF. Ding ding. Also, the best thing I can suggest. Hey, Smokey Bear. Nice to see you again, man. You use GIMP? Zaya Joe HD Gaming? You use GIMP. Okay. Not much. How about you? Specify a little bit. Are you just referring to in general, or are you Are you trying to like get tips? I'm fine with anything. It's just I just wanted to know specifically. But yeah, welcome, Smokey. Glad to have you on here. That could get moved or shrunk up a little bit. It's not bad. It just requires a little bit of handiwork. Let's go ahead and dual shrink these because they do need to be a little bit smaller. Let's do that and see how that looks. And let's go ahead and export it. And we'll go back into Car Viewer and see here. Car Viewer is your friend though. You get this program and you get the appropriate X-Viewer files, you are like set. You won't need to keep switching between NASCAR racing and painting. It makes it so much easier. Especially because I have an official copy of the game, but I've got the no CD patch on to just avoid wearing out the disc and everything like that. But the problem is it's not bad, but you can run into the issue where the game will just crash and you'll need to reboot the game. And that's not always a fun experience. There we go. The SKF logo is in place. Alright, let's continue to look here. There isn't much in terms of logos here. We'll have to put in Blaney's name there. 21 will be easy to slap on there. And it looks like it's just Ford Motorcraft on the back there, so that'll be kind of easy. That actually will be really, really easy. I think one thing I am going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can paint in that Ford logo, because it's supposed to be dark blue, not light blue. Ford logo, the lower blue spectrum. I guess the easier thing would have been just to do the retro logo. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, is I'll just grab the Ford retro from the 70s and slap that on. Because it's not really all that different. It's just a different shade and it's not 3D. Which I thought the original one was 3D. F. Ford credit, Ford logo. And we can also repaint it, so that's good too. See, that's easy. That's really, really easy to do. Only thing is we'll have to fill in that with red. But that's not a bad situation. And for the most effective way, we're going to go ahead and move the Motorcraft logo up. So it's going to be the higher layer than the Ford. And we'll go ahead and paste it on there. Much better. It also gives that 1970s aesthetic. So, good blend of the past and present. Brilliant. Alright, let's get back to the paint scheme. So really all we got to do is just... I don't even know if I really want to add anything there. Like, it looks fine the way it is. Let's go ahead and grab a 21 and we'll finish up this car. And we'll be ready to go here in just a few minutes. So, 21, GMS. That's the old 2000 logo. Let's just use the 2014 number 21. Because that's actually really similar to what they've got nowadays. And this is an easy one to make. Easy to adjust, easy to do everything with it. It looks like the actual car has a little bit more like a metallic coloring to it, like a shininess to it. But it looks okay with its like older style, I guess. And I don't know how to do like shine or anything like that. A metallic type of number. There we go. I'll go ahead and merge the layers. Because there isn't much that I even have to do with the 21 on the roof. This is such a simple paint scheme, especially for like the Wood Brothers, but like it's just iconic. It's an iconic hybrid. The modern Gen 6 car with the old numbers and logos and everything else like that. I mean, I like the old Citgo colors and everything like that, but it just seems kind of appropriate they got Ford Motorcraft on there. Considering that Motorcraft sponsored the Wood Brothers for so many years. And let's take a look. See, that looks sweet. That looks beautiful. And the good news is we really don't have to deal with too much concerning really much of anything, really. Duplicate it, and let's go ahead and just drag it out. Blow it up. Scale it. Shuffle it around a little bit. That 21 white. Paint it, paint it. Oh, really, really close. Paint it. There we go. Alright, and FordParts.com. I think I could probably... I'll look for the logo, but... Hopefully this goes well. Excuse me. Somehow I think I put that in the wrong folder. No, I did not. I think what I need to do... all files. There we go. Combine. There we go. Alright. Ford parts. Kind of messed things up. I didn't expect it would be that big. Let's see here. That actually turned out really, really well. And let's rotate it. And then we'll shrink it a lot. And this is going to be a little tough to do, but not too bad. It's going to be a bit of scrubbing I got to do. FordParts.com. Yep, I'm getting. And then we'll need the rectangle again. Extend it out some. And white. There we go. No one will ever know. Alright, let's go ahead and slap on the final couple of logos that we need. Retro, NASCAR 67. And luckily this one we really don't, all we have to do is just shrink it up. There we go. Okay. Last thing to do is to put the name down. Duplicate. Rotate. Move the name. I think I'm going to adjust the roof number just a few movements up. So it's a little bit more evenly spaced out. Roof number could get adjusted a little bit further. There we go. Perfect. But the NASCAR International logo does need to be shuffled. Shuffled and shrunk. This is too big. Reset. Let's click both of them and shrink them up as needed. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm not the best painter there is. Really, I'm not. I've just grown to pick up on things. Like if you, let me think here. The Jimmy Johnson 2017 scheme, which I did show earlier. Let me just go ahead and show you real quick. Let's show you that. You know, I can even show Kevin Harvick shouldn't be difficult, but I think it is. Jimmy Johnson scheme. Let's look at this from the MRN Motor Racing Network page. This is something I don't think I can paint on my own. I think someone more impressive than what I've even shown you guys is going to have to do this. But there are some really, really creative painters here in the NASCAR racing community. I painted this car kind of earlier. But yeah, I appreciate that. I really, really do. This isn't what I do full time or anything like that. I guess I could say that this is kind of like filler content. I don't have any races going on, and I want to work on this because I like it. And so this isn't generally what people come to me for. This is just something I do, but I have fun with it, and that's what matters. All right, so 21 Blaney 2017 TGA. Export. Let's go ahead and save. There we go. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and open up the game again, and I can show you this. So we'll go to opponent manager, new Ford, I believe it is, 21 Blaney 17 for the 2017 year. Import 21 Blaney 2017. First name Ryan, second name, last name Blaney, 21. Ford Motorcraft. Wood Brothers Racing. Give it just a moment. Alright, so here we go. So here is all the cars that I've painted for this mod, just out of my own fun. So this car was painted before. This may stay, it may go, I don't know. This is the new car. So this is the 2017 body, the 2017 paint scheme. Keselowski, this one's going to have to get changed because it is incorrect, and this may go away. Austin Dillon's an older paint scheme model. Clint Boyer's is correct. I don't really see myself changing this. Unless it's like a single contingency that needs to be added or whatever. This one's like perfect. Or near perfect at least. Worst case scenario is one of the Mobile One logos has to go, and then that's it. Blaney, which this is the original one that I made, which I kind of like. But here's the correct version of it. Logano, this is pretty close to, I think, his modern day car, but there is some graphical damage from the body, so that sucks. So this Ford Torino is going to have to be remade. This one is probably as correct as it's going to get. I don't really see myself needing to change the Chase Elliott car, but it's possible I may have to. Ryan Newman, I think this is an older car, but I kind of like it, and I really don't want to get rid of it. Because the graphical work, like, from the number up, I had to do that by hand and line everything up. I had to do multiple layers of paint in order to get that to work right, and I don't want to do that again. Kurt Busch, I think, is somewhat right, but it's also incorrect, too. It's close-ish. The 42 car, it's kind of right. I think that this is the 2016 color scheme, not the 2017. And I'd have to remove some of the logos on the side, because Target, Energizer, I think while they may be there, they're also not. I don't know. Eric Almirola's is messed up, but it's kind of close-ish. Jimmy Johnson, like I said earlier, I painted this one based off of his 2012 car. Truex has got the Plymouth Roadrunner, which Plymouth Roadrunners are going to be the Toyotas of this whole thing. and Dale Jr., which this one is right. This one I am 99% sure is right. Worst case scenario is the Declan sponsorship is incorrect. But otherwise, I looked at this spot on. And that's it. That's all the cars I've made. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So we got the 1. We got the 21. And off camera, I fixed the 88 and I finished up the 78. So, alright guys, that's going to end it here. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Stay blessed, have a good day, and I will see you again soon.